The streets may seethe with criminals. Arkham's most dangerous inmates may have taken residence in our cherished landmarks, but it's business as usual for many citizens. Demonstrating the resilience and can-do attitude which has seen Gotham City safely through similar crises in the past, commuters have abandoned their cars and headed for the metro system, a reliable refuge from the... What? Oh... I'm sorry, we're just getting news of a big explosion at the Midtown Metro station. Citizens are advised to make alternative travel arrangements.
Lego Batman 2 DC Superheroes, and I need to turn off my speakers. And this is the underground retreat level, which is another part of defeating the big giant flying Joker robot that's trying to kill you. And right from the beginning of the level, you'll see the Joker and I guess Lex trying to destroy the subway, and they probably don't want you to be stopping them. But anyway, Superman is also weakened by kryptonite, so he can't fly. And that is kind of annoying, but, you know, if you see Superman anywhere, you kind of have to see kryptonite and him being weakened coming a mile away, 10 miles away, a light year away. So it's, you know, it's not even surprising whatsoever. But he still has all of his abilities, like super strength and pretty much everything but flying. He's even still invincible. And for the first thing, you just need to get this electricity for Batman, and then of course use his super strength to break open that wall, and then his ice breath to put out the fire here. And this electricity is really kind of weirdly placed. It's almost unnecessary because you switch immediately into the power suit after you immediately use it, so it's almost like they could have left that part out. Oh well. So, of course, Joker's leg will come through the ceiling and his arm and hand, and eventually you'll be blowing up his hand. And, well, you just have to get through whatever he's trying to throw at you. And, with these, there's an achievement to get a certain combo on the enemies and then press B, and I think, or whatever button it is on whatever console you're playing on. And once you push that button, you get the combo bonus finishing move achievement thing. And I think once you hit enemies 5 times, and then you can push that button, and then you will get that achievement. And that's, sometimes you'll see like a big 10 or 14 or 12 pop up on the screen, and that's basically what that was from. And once you put your electricity into the generator, while I was rambling on about achievements, you will electrocute the water, and his leg will be, well, he'll probably realize he's getting electrocuted and take his leg up. Although I'm sure he didn't feel any pain, it was just disrupting the electricity in his robot, and probably don't want a giant robot to be shorted out. Anyway, this part's actually kind of interesting because it's a subway, obviously, stuck inside one of the collapsed tunnels, and it's very, very narrow, and for some reason it's just kind of cool, even though it is annoying to get through. And once you get to the end here, use Superman's, what is it, laser vision? Don't know why I had to think about that. And then walk on through. In this room, it's kind of a weird room, but, you know, I guess every Lego room could be said as weird. First, just come over here to the left and blow up these shiny boxes, and you have to hit them with 2 rockets, for what reason I have no idea. And then you can build this lever here. And once you pull the lever, you can build the suit terminal for the bat suit, which you will obviously need to use to get past the glass that's there. And of course, it's kind of cool how they made Superman a little bit weaker, even punching when he's all weak on Kryptonite. And I mean, it makes sense, he should be, but I just thought it was kind of a interesting, realistic thing that they added in. Although I am surprised that all they took away was his flying and made slower punching. I'm kind of surprised they didn't take away his invincibility. I guess it really doesn't matter. Anyway, once the waterfall gets going, just freeze it and walk up the wall of ice that you make, and this, for some reason, is a little bit annoying trying to get to be frozen. Doesn't always want to work with you, but once you finally hit that magic spot, then you should be able to jump on top of it, and in the bat suit, jump on over to the right. And then break this, pull this lever and break this other glass thing if you want. You don't have to, but probably should, I guess. Once you pull the lever, then the train will stop, and you'll be able to use Superman's laser vision on this golden object. And it's very annoying trying to aim that stupid thing when you have another person playing, because the whole screen moves when one person moves and your aimer gets moved. So if you're playing with another person and you're trying to aim at something, tell them to stop moving. That'll make your life a lot easier. Anyway, put the handle on the train, then pull the train with the super strength, and then you'll be able to continue on. You'll be able to continue on because the Joker is reaching in, grabbing the train because he probably thought it was a hot dog and then threw it down here realizing it wasn't. And then you'll be able to walk further into the subway. And of course, his giant beam that destroys black, shiny, unbreakable toys will be randomly firing throughout the level, and for some reason his beam is able to turn regular bricks into Lego bricks, because he shoots part of the subway that just looks like a realistic subway, and then they turn into Legos. Which is another thing that has kind of bothered me about these newer Lego games, is that they always have these realistic maps instead of Lego worlds, like Lego Star Wars. And, I guess it probably would be a ton of work to make Gotham City entirely out of Legos, even virtually, but I think that would have been pretty cool if they had managed to, because then you would find people on the internet making models of the buildings in it, probably based off of the Lego Batman models, and I'm sure people are trying to do that for the giant Lego Joker robot, which that would actually be really cool to have as a real thing, this robot in real life. But anyway, that's completely beside the point. And here, just jump on over all the way to the right in the bat suit, obviously, and use the bat suit to get the ladder to come down. And then you're going to want to hop up there with Superman and use his X-ray vision. And then deactivate the 3 different electricity things here, and that will get the wall of electricity right there to stop spewing electricity. Even though you can't really spew electricity, but anyway, that'll stop electrocuting the water, and you'll be able to pull on the lever with Superman. And once the Joker's arm attempts to grab you, all you have to do is constantly tap B, and Superman and Batman will eventually break out of it. And then here is where the Joker finally gets tired of you hurting him without him being able to see you. And he sticks his whole hand through the ceiling once again, and what you have to do here is just shoot the golden things on the back of his hand. And there will be 3 of them you have to do, and each time different enemies will come down or pop out of the ground. And if you're Superman, you really don't have to worry about them, you just have to keep shooting at his hand. And randomly his hand will turn into a fist and smash on the ground, which is kind of annoying because then you have to restart zapping his hand with the laser vision, and I think it brings up a couple extra enemies too. So just try to get his hand destroyed before he does that, and once you do it the third time, he'll get mad at you again and run away.